good news. Give me some good news today.
What's going on, everyone? It's Nina Infinity. Welcome to my channel on this Friday. It's Good Friday. It's Good News Day, and I'm excited to be here to report some much-needed good news because I know we could all really use it. I know I could, and it's the last episode of 2024. So, of course, we had to go live and do the show because it's the last one for this year. It's been a long year. There's been a lot of good news. News is I've had some of my favorite. I hope you have yours. Lots of good stuff has happened. I know lots of bad stuff has happened too, but lots of good stuff has happened, and I've shared it here. So there's a whole collection of all the things that have happened during the past year, and you can go check them out. They're live on the channel, and just to remind yourself of all the good things that have come up as well. It can be difficult sometimes to do that, I think, especially when the new year is about to happen, like the year's wrapping up, and sometimes we kind of get caught up in the bad things and some of the things that have happened or losses or things like that. But I think it's important to kind of take note and take heart and what we do have. And those things that are important as well, the things that you do have in life, the small things, the gratitudes. And one of the movies that I watched this year that really helped me kind of connect with that idea was It's a Wonderful Life. It's a wonderful Christmas movie. I'm not sure if you know of it. It's a little famous. But yeah, so I watched that this year, and it kind of helped me reconnect with that message of just holding tight what you do have and being grateful for that. So with that said, I'm very grateful for you. Thank you for being here to watch my show for the whole year. And hopefully in 2025 too, we've got big goals. I got the new channel for this show. Good News Infinite Hope has a new channel, which is in the comments, pinned comment section that Darren has kindly shared. So I have that. I'm trying to build that up. That's going forward. And same with Rumble. And I got a new gaming channel. Lots of good things have happened, and I'm planning on keeping the good times going on this channel specifically, and on the other channels. So I want to, evolve this show into its own thing, its own channel, and good. It's good to have goals and wants and things like that, I think. Yeah, it's the last one of the year. Yes, we are here. So thank you for being here, Shadow Warchild and Tomby and Darren and everybody, Psychotic Mongoose, you guys. I'm so glad that you guys are here. Really nice to see all the familiar faces in the chat. Thank you for being here, you guys. So with that further ado, I hope you guys had a good Christmas, all of you. It's been an interesting one here. Ooh, this is my new Christmas mug. I got a little Prince Christmas mug. It's in Spanish. But I love the little Prince. So my husband got me this. And I got a new Zelda game to play too. That was fun. I like the new Zelda game. You can actually play as Zelda for the first time. Well, not for the first time, but the first time she's going on an adventure to save Link. The roles are reversed. Gasp. But they're doing it the right way, I think. It's been fun. But anyways, no gaming news. Sorry, that was just my gift. We are gonna talk about some holiday news because, as you guys know, Christmas was last week, and there's been some little bits of news that's been dropping. And I've been collecting them about the past week and the things that have happened. So here we go. This is, I thought we could start the show with this one. It's a positive message. And you guys know how much I love positive messages. But it says, kindness remembered my Christmas story that made onto page one. And this is a really interesting story because it's a nostalgic one. It takes you back to a simpler time where there was a thing called newspapers, and we didn't have to go to to Twitter to get news or to like online and to get news. There was a thing called newspapers back then. So it says Don Lambert worked at a small newspaper in Kansas nearly 50 years ago when an example of Christmas Eve kindness made its way onto the front page. He submitted the story to GNN in 2020 saying, "It's a message that's important to us every single day. Kindness is all around us." If you have an interesting story, be sure to send it to us for review. Okay, so here we go. I was a Cub reporter at the time, not yet seasoned enough to have learned that an act of kindness, whether large or small, is sometimes found the most unlikely of places and at the most needed of times. On Christmas Eve, the boss had made this deal. If we all get our work done early, he would put the paper to bed a few hours early, giving us employees a few extra hours to be with our families. Since I had the police beat, my main task was to check into at the local police department to learn whether there had been a crime such as a bank robbery or jailbreak, or inform the public about. Again, simpler times, people. Simpler times. Nope, nothing here, the police chief said, anticipating my first question, adding with a chuckle, "It's too cold for local criminals." And as he did every morning, he handed me the police blotter, a handwritten list of calls made to the police department. With my finger, I went down the list, mostly piddly as usual. There was, however, one entry that caught my attention from the north side, the poor part of town. A husband called to report his family's clothes had been stolen. How terrible, I thought. Especially on this day. The next day, an entry from the same man reported that all of their clothes had been found. I had a hunch there might be a story there. I asked the officer, "You know the scoop?" I love I love this term. "You know the scoop?" "Hey, coppa, you know the scoop?" Because that's how they talked back then. "Nope," he replied. "In that neighborhood, you never know." I hopped into my Volkswagen Beetle and made Volkswagen Beetle. I love this. This whole story is amazing. What a vibe. I hopped into my Volkswagen Beetle and made a beeline to the neighborhood in search of a crime scene. With a notepad in one hand and a lead pencil in the other, I knocked on the door. I said I was hoping to write a story about her incident. I said I was hoping to write a story about her incident. She was holding a baby in her arms. Two little boys were hiding behind her skirt. She explained that this had not been a good time for her family. Her husband had been ill and lost his job. Preparing for Christmas, she washed all their clothes. The dryer was on the fritz again. The landlord hadn't got around to fixing it. She could have taken the wet clothes to the laundromat on the other side of town, but she whispered that costs money. Instead, she hung them on the clothesline behind the house. When she checked a short time later, she discovered that all of the clothes were gone, stolen. That was when she called the police for the first time. A couple of hours later, there was a knock at the door. By the time she got there, no one was there. Instead, there was a large cardboard box at the front door. In it was all the clothes, dried, pressed, and folded. And there was a note: "Wish we could do more. Merry Christmas." Arriving back at the newspaper office, I hollered out for the first and only time in my career, "Hold the presses!" "This better be good," the boss growled. "Since your story is late," the crabby layout person said, "best I can do is try and squeeze you in onto page 7. "Page 7?" I shrieked. "The obituary page? No way," I insisted. "My Christmas story goes on page 1, and put it above the fold." The late breaking story had delayed everything about an hour. By the time the press was warming up, the carrier boys were arriving, some with shiny new Schwinn bicycles, Others with beat up hand me downs. Each boy would fold about 100 newspapers and tuck them into a canvas bag over his shoulder to be tossed onto awaiting front porches. When the printing began, the boss and I were the only staff members remaining. He pulled the first one above the press. There it was, my Christmas story on page 1 above the fold. Good job, the boss said, with a rare smile and even a rare pat on the back. Because of the story, the whole town will have a better Christmas, and so will I. What a sweet story. Oh, the simpler times, you guys. Wasn't that so nice? I thought it was very sweet. I liked it. Yeah, newspaper, what's that? I know. Like when the part where he's like describing what the paper boys did, they came and folded the newspapers. They didn't even have like automatic folders back then. The paper boys went and folded them. It feels like another dimension at this point. It feels so far away. It doesn't feel like it was like 40, 50 years ago. It feels like it was like at just another dimension, another lifetime ago. I thought it was really sweet. Very sweet. And what else is sweet is a psychotic mongoose gifted a membership to the chat. Thank you so very much for that. And I just saw this pop up. Thank you, David Morris, member for 22 months. You were so very sweet. Have you finished Father Ted or watching Human Traffic yet? No, I haven't, David. The holidays have been very challenging this year. So I have been very busy, but I will get to it. I promised you this, and I will hold to my word. So don't worry. I will get there. Thank you very, very much. I will do my very best, and I will report to you as soon as I do. 201 Studios is here. Thank you for the $2. Is hating in chat. Hope all is well. Thank you so very much for being here, 201 Studios. I hope you have a happy new year, buddy. Okay, next story is also a very sweet story, but you might want to put shields up for this one just a little bit. Shields up, people. Shields. I'm just saying it's a little emotional. But it's very sweet. It's emotionally sweet. Here we go. Act of kindness helps make Christmas brighter for Kentucky woman. This is this story here. Here we go.
Well, this holiday season, sometimes the most meaningful presents don't have the biggest price tags. Clara Boediger has seen plenty of Christmases in her lifetime, but this one is particularly difficult. WKYT's Lucy Cole talking to her about how an act of kindness turned her entire Christmas around.
Clara Boediger has seen over 100 Christmases in her lifetime.
It's a lot of Christmases.
Clara is 102.
But she tells me this one was one of the brightest.
I didn't know it was crocheted or knitted.
When many people are thinking of how they can add holiday cheer in their homes, they think of adding Christmas trees or decorations. Ron unexpectedly added his mother 2 months ago, moving her into his home after a severe fall.
He's a
She
good
was sitting
son.
there on the floor. She had not drank enough fluids and she dehydrated some.
The fall
Important.
caused 102-year-old Clara
Drink
to
water.
break her hip. She's been on hospice for 3 weeks now. It was a dark time for the Boedigers until a knock at the door and a simple act turned it all around.
Good humans.
I've never gotten anything like that before.
It's so beautiful. Such a small gift with a great heart.
A simple, hand-knitted stocking passed out by the Bluegrass Care Navigators team filled with unique stocking stuffers.
And then what was in it? The compression ball and comb.
And they totally surprised us when they delivered the little stocking.
The Boedigers are no stranger to giving. Ron is the director of a local mission called Hope Love Christian Mission. Ron also spends his spare time sitting with men with Alzheimer's.
And that's how God works out too. Right now, I don't have a person. And so now the person is my mother. And so I take care of her. It's 24/7.
It's his way of giving back. And
What a
this
good
Christmas,
son.
it seems the world gave back to him.
I don't want to say it, but I was always doing that.
Oh,
Feels nice to get something, right?
It just was different. I got something. you know,
Oh, that's
showing
so
that
sweet.
sometimes the most meaningful gifts are small.
that will never be thrown away.
In Lexington, I'm Lucy Cole,
Aw.
WKYT.
Clara's
Sometimes it's nice to get stuff, you know? It's nice to be the one that gets the gift instead of being always the one that gives the gift. And she looks so happy and just so sweet. And I love the fact that her son's taking care of her and like, took that about. It's like the cycle of life, you know? You got to take care of your parents when they get older and they take care of you and they bring you up and it's just the way it is. Sometimes you got to do those kind of things. This is kind of cool news. Here we go. Steel leg of history. Robert, hello. Merry Christmas. Oh, well, Merry Christmas is over, but Happy New Year. Says my niece bought a journal, a Pandora book to help keep track of my super chats and memberships. Rolling in the wrench. Gave me an amazing Christmas gift. My first $100 super chat. That is always a really nice sight to see that red super chat pop up and you're like, I made it. I remember when Teresa gave me my very first $100 super chat and I started crying. It was on this show. It was on the very first monetized Infinite Hope. And then Culture Casino did it too. And I was like, just bawling. And I was like, you guys, you love me. You really love me. You don't really forget a thing like that because you feel like you just kind of made it. Speaking of being super giving and being awesome, look at this. Ian is so forth. My brother from another mother. What's up, man? Happy New Year. Thank you for gifting 10 Neon Infinity memberships to the chat. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry this time. Maybe a little. But thank you so much, Ian. And then your little antlers. I still have my antlers too, but I feel like Christmas is over. But on your because of you and your givingness, I'll wear it too. Just because. Let's keep the good times rolling. Christmas is not over. I'm in denial. But thank you, Ian. You're so sweet. And we got 2-in-1 Studios for $2. Says, so extraordinary. Her son still has his mother. Exactly. Like it's so sweet. She's so old and cute, and they're still together, and he's taking care of her. And I'm sure it's really, really hard, but he's doing his best, and that's what it counts. You know, it's the best thing. That's family. Thank you, 200-Watt Studios. Then DL, member for 39 months. That's incredible. Hello, everybody. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. Thank you, DL. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. Thank you so very, very much for being such a supportive member of the channel. We have another story about a Christmas miracle. Because they happen sometimes. This is like, it's a wonderful life. It was a Christmas miracle. Dobbies is here for $2. Says aloha and blessing, good humans. Oh, I love that. Aloha to you, my friend. Aloha to you. Here we go. This is that story. It's so sweet, you guys. Here we go. Local man provides Christmas miracle replacing woman's gifts after her car was stolen. The Grinch stole her car with Christmas presents inside.
Everyone, a man from Roaring River is proving that it's never too late for a Christmas miracle.
Last week, we introduced you to Tabitha Jones, whose Yukon was stolen with all her children's Christmas gifts inside. Charles Mitchell saw her story on our station and immediately jumped into action to save her and her family's Christmas. Just days ago, Charles Mitchell,
Good human,
and Tabitha Jones were complete strangers.
There are some good people out there.
Now, they've impacted each other's lives forever.
It's amazing because I thought, like, I don't know, people like this weren't around anymore to
Yes,
help.
they
People
are.
aren't like it anymore. And it warms my heart to know that people are out there to help.
Oh my God, there's always people out there to help. There's always people out there. This is why I do the show, you guys, to remind you that there's good humans out there. They will come to your aid when the need is there. They will show up.
When we first introduced you to Tabitha Jones last week, she was down on her luck.
It's hard. And right here at Christmas time, that's like the worst.
She was hoping
Yeah,
for a
it's sad.
Christmas miracle after her car was stolen less than a week before the holiday with all her gifts inside.
I had
Unreal.
dialysis the day before and was just sitting there and kind of thinking about how things were good for me. And it just broke my heart that somebody would steal from somebody, especially this time of year. And
The
it just flashed in
Grinch.
my head, what can we do to help?
He's pure proof that goodness and grace still exist in this world.
Instead of just sitting here saying,
It
oh,
does.
that's terrible, do something about it.
He saw Tabitha's story and
Cheers to
immediately
that.
took action.
For somebody to be low down enough to steal, especially the toys, and that aspect of it is just awful.
A Christmas miracle of sorts. Charles spoke to Tabitha, inquiring about the gifts the Grinch stole from her. And with help from his friends, they went out and bought everything they could to help give her and her family
It's amazing.
a wonderful Christmas.
Wish we could have been able to do a little more. If we'd had a little more time, we would try to do a little bit more. But
You did
with
everything,
the
sir.
rush that we had, I think we did okay.
You
Just
did
days
fine.
ago,
I thank you so much.
Charles Mitchell
Just glad to be able to help her.
and Tabitha Jones
Just don't even know.
were complete strangers.
Still, people are good.
But now
Yes, they are.
they're lifelong friends.
Forever. Yes.
Yeah, well,
Yes. If you ever need me, I fell on hard times now, but you might. And if you need me, you got me, man.
Aw.
So just a great
So
story.
sweet,
I
yeah.
know Charles says he hopes people see this and that it inspires them to go do something for others as well.
Aw,
Everyone, a
very
man from Roaring
sweet.
River.
I just wanted to pause it on these ladies. I mean, this isn't the best pause face, and highlight this saying from 200 Watt Studios, hot ladies. That's a news team I can get behind. 200 Watt Studios. This isn't that type of show. Where is it?
Stop it. Get some help.
But you know what? Appreciating beauty is always a good thing. I can get behind that message as well. Damn, Ian. Oh my God. So mean. My God. Ian also had a very Grinchy message earlier saying, don't leave all your gifts in one basket. You know, I hate to say it, but you're right. Certainly don't leave it in your car in the back seat. Definitely, if you're going to leave it in your car, put it in your trunk. Anything valuable should go in the trunk, even your purse. I have learned things the difficult way sometimes. You know, as much as I say there's good humans out there, there's also bad humans. Bad humans do bad things all the time. The good humans are just balancing down the bad humans. But we don't want to give the bad humans any more excuses. So Ian's right. Don't do that. Don't give him an opportunity. You know how it goes. Shadow Warchild's joining in. Hey, you guys do whatever feels right for you. You do you, boo. You do you. Okay. Here we go. There's another very cute story I thought we should share. Christmasy. Because this couple's cute. Says retired couple recreates their friends' Christmas card photo every year by posing like in place of children. This is just silly. I love when people are silly. It says a retired couple amusingly recreates their friends' Christmas card photo every year by posing in place of their young children. 68-year-old Carol and 72-year-old Michael Whalen started the tradition after receiving a greeting card showing their pals' then 1-year-old son in a toy car. They have since been making Ryan and Samantha Dominic's cards ever since, now featuring 2 adorable tots of 5 and 2. Michael said, "My wife and I received the original Christmas card. They had taken their son out to get a Christmas tree. My wife was looking at it and said, we ought to replace it. She has a red car, and I have a knit sweater. We just sort of reenacted the photos, and it received such a warm response from our group. Next year, we just continued the tradition. Sometimes those are the best kinds of traditions that are born. It's like you don't even mean to do it, and then everybody loves it so much that you're like, let's do it again. It's like a roller coaster ride where you're like, let's go again. It's like in this part, they're like, let's do this again. It was just something that caught our attention because we have 3 children and we're still waiting for a grandchild. The parents have roped in their eldest son, Christopher, to take the photos for them. So here's one, and they're recreating this photo. This is funny. Oh. They put theirs at 20 cents. That's hilarious. They made it cheap for Coco. Oh, it's so cute. Writer and filmmaker Christopher said, I love the tradition. I got a real kick out of it when I first saw it. We're essentially a family, and it was a real cute rendition of us. Ryan, Christopher, and Christopher's 2 siblings all grew up in the same neighborhood, with the eldest becoming the godfather to Ryan's son. 33-year-old Samantha said Mike and Carol have been like parents to Ryan, and he has lived with them on 3 different occasions growing up. They're always played a huge role in his life, and our kids are lucky to have the 3rd set of grandparents. This is the one that he made. This one. This is adorable. I love that. I think that was their first one. In 2017, the Dominic set out adorable Christmas card featuring their son dragging the Christmas tree. Yeah, that's the first one. That's adorable. This is too good. Mike is pictured in the cable sweater, blah, blah, blah. We got a huge kick out of it. The rest is history. So there you go. And then there's this one here. This is them. I love people who have a great sense of humor. This is great. Mike and Carol. And then this is that one. Aw. These are such cute Christmas hats. I love these. This is like just the most adorable outfit. This is just adorable. And this is also adorable, but in a different way. I love it. We're a family of goofballs, so it's pretty much par for the course. I think it'll go on for as long as they're alive, to be honest. I hope it does. I hope it does. Hopefully they'll have some blood-related grandchildren to do it as well. I can't say I'm surprised it's gone on this long, but it's gotten progressively better with each passing year. Oh, that's great. Those guys gonna have to step up their game to make the recreations even funnier. Because you got to put the kids in funny Christmas situations to have the adults recreate it. That's always really fun to do. DL joining in with echoing 200 Watt Studios saying adult for $9.99. Those were some hot news ladies. Okay, DL. Why don't you take a chill pill? My goodness, you guys. Brandon, the anime guy's here. Thank you so much for $5. Says Nina. Glad I could catch this today. I appreciate it greatly. Be well and always stay positive. Lord knows we all need to. Cheers. I will always stay positive because I think it's just the best way to be. In fact, that is going to be my new word. Positive. It's all about the positivity. I don't know. I'm just being silly. I know you meant positive. Spelling errors are fun because I always make them. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you. And happy New Year to you. I was going to say Merry Christmas. I feel like I'm still in Christmas land. Hey, Faith Thomas is saying happy Hanukkah to those who celebrate. You know what, Faith? You're right. Thank you for reminding me. It's also Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah. Feel like that Phoebe song from the Friends. Happy Hanukkah, Monica. May your Christmas be snowy, Joey. I watch too much Friends. TZ Burton is here, member for 35 months. Says, Happy New Year, Nina. Love your Friday show. TZ Burton, the Friday show loves you. Thank you so very, very much for that. And being a member for 35 months, that is incredibly supportive. Thank you so very much. Appreciate you. Sassy says, I took so long to keep my to get my tree up. I'm keeping it up for longer. I love that joke. The Seinfeld joke, because again, I watch way too many sitcoms, where he's like, he does this stand-up joke where he's like talking about like the Christmas tree being in the living room, and he's like, we all like just gather around this tree, and then the day after Christmas, we all wake up and we snap out of this magic, and we're like, there's a tree in the living room. Get it out of here. I'm like, this is true. Like, it's like the day after Christmas. Well, for me, it's like the day after New Year. I'm like, why is there a tree in the living room? Like, it needs to go. It's done. It's over. We need to move on. For me, it's like January 1st. I'm like, it needs to go. It's over. But I understand some people are like, why is there a tree in here? So I always found that joke really funny. But yeah, I get that. You put it up later. That's why I put it up early. That's why my tree's always up like all of December, because I'm like, it needs to go at some point. Brez Monkey is here. Thank you for the 10. Says happy birthday to the Japan Fund. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Appreciate you and your monkey business. Thank you very much for the support. As always, you're so very kind. Okay, this is really cool. And Ian, so forth, this next story is for you, because I know you like to drink. Now, I don't know how far this is from you or where you are, but I highly recommend that you go and visit this bar. And this is the bar that we're talking about. It says, UK's Most Festive Pub illuminates giant snowman and tree with 3,600 empty wine bottles. This is cool. I like this. I love the festive feel. This is really cool. We're going to watch the video, but it says people have been flocking to Britain's most festive pub to see their newest seasonal creation, a 26-foot snowman made from 2,500 empty wine bottles. The Queen Victoria Inn in Somerset, England, began hosting Christmas lights displays a decade ago as a way to raise money for charity. This year, the popular pub also features a huge wreath on the side of the building, a 2-story structure covered in 55,000 white lights collected over the years while stretching over 9 miles long. That's crazy. That's 15 kilometers for those of you who are wondering. The new snowman is made from a huge steel structure supporting the empty wine bottles collected by the pub and other restaurants in the area. We are a little pub in the middle of nowhere, and it puts us on the map, said the owner, Mark Walton. It brings many visitors. It's absolutely mental. I love the way he probably says it. It's absolutely mental. Like, that's probably how he says it, though. It has been in the top 10 Christmas decorations on MSN News and things like that, and we just have a laugh at it. We just walk past it and think nothing of it, and then you see people coming in, and they're like, wow, it is wow. This is cool. The thousands of lights will be switched on each day from 4 through 9 until 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. until New Year's Eve. Watch the video below, which we're going to right now. The 57-year-old estimates that over the years, he spent around $50,000 for the display and energy bills. All the bulbs are energy efficient, even the spotlight, so it goes up and it's much so it does not go up as much as people think. Luckily, it adds up, but it does look okay, and Charity does really well out of it. He told SWNS News. There's the snowman with the wine bottles. We're gonna watch the video in a second. In the past 5 years, the displays has raised more than 25,000 pounds, 31K dollars for a local hospice, the Children's Hospice Southwest. This year, it hopes to raise 5,000 pounds. It is a good time to remember that some people are not having such a great Christmas, and the hospice does so much to support the families and children. I cannot stress this enough, people. Sometimes Christmases and holiday times suck for some people because they're losing family or friends or pets or whatever. I mean, we just literally a couple of weeks ago, we lost Jeff Legal Vices, and it happened out of nowhere. And I mean, I can't imagine their Christmas, like their family's Christmas right now being awful, you know? Sometimes it's really, 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 really hard. That's why we have to be super mindful when we go out there and we interact with everybody. Just remember, sometimes people are not having the best of time. Along with the cash placed in donation boxes, many of the contributors come from internet via the Just Giving page. As part of their fundraiser for the hospice, the pub also hosted an annual Santa's run on December 15. And here is the video that I've been building.
I'm Mark Walton, the landlord of the Queen Victoria Inn in Priddy. The display started about 2.
There he is. See, he does have a British accent. He's so cute. He's like, "Hello, I'm the owner." Okay, I'm not gonna butcher this.
2018 as a bit of a laugh, and then it just developed from that. The Christmas tree was first with the lights, and then it just so many people turned up for it. So
okay, real quick, let me highlight this. Ian so forth for 50 pounds. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. That is so generous. Says, I only gave him 1,200 of those bottles. I'll have you know. Happy New Year, Nina. You should go here if you get a chance. You should go and take some pictures and stuff with us. So thank you, Ian. That is so generous, man. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that stuff to you. You're the best. You're the best.
the next year we did the gingerbread inn, and then the snowman. In total, there's 3,600 bottles with a tree and the snowman. 10 days to put it together with an electrician and a couple of volunteers and everything. So, yeah, it's a mad panic for the day to make sure everything works on that big switch.
It's a mad panic.
It did.
And what do the punters think of it?
They love it. I mean, they
love it.
About half an hour, it'll be jam-packed, wall-to-wall, like giant moths.
That's so cool.
Always new ideas. But obviously keeping them under wraps until next year. So always new ideas.
Ooh, nice. I hope they show the next year one too. I'm gonna try and remember this so that I can watch for it next year. This is on a serious note. Just saw this pop up. Mike Twain saying, yeah, my uncle passed. It's been hard this year. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. You never know what people are going through. I'm sorry for your loss, Mike. That is terrible. I know there's been several losses in our little community, and it's just it's hard. It can be really hard, but we're not alone because like everybody experiences it, and so you feel sad, you feel angry, you go through the stages of grief and all that stuff, and it's all very normal. And definitely it's nice to be around people. So I hope that you and your family are holding each other close, and to the rest of you, just hold your family tight, man. You never know what tomorrow brings. I'm sorry, Mike. I'm sorry. I'm glad you're here. I hope this show is doing a little bit of cheering up for you. 200 Watt Studios for $2, says Nina. Hope you and yours have a happy New Year's. You know what, buddy? I hope you do too. I hope you have a very, very happy New Year. Thank you so very much, 200 Watt Studios. You're so sweet. We love you, Mike. You're in the right place. You're in the right place. We're here. We're all here together. I'll never remember it for next year because I'm a lush, according to Nina Susie. I didn't mean it like that. Wait, okay, so like in the British word, a lush, like is that like a drunk? I've never actually heard this term being like used like that. I'm a lush. Like, does that mean drunk? Because in America and like in like Canada and stuff, like in North America, I mean Canada, it should be the same thing because we're like the Queen's country, but lush means something else. Lush means like, you know, like lush, like you feel I can't explain it. Like lush is something else. And also it's a store that has like smelly soaps and stuff. Like lush is like glowing with you know, exuberance and very rich and you know, that kind of thing. Does that mean like you're a total drunk like wreck in British? Like I don't know what that means. Hold on, I'm looking up the British meaning. British, I have to look up English meaning. Lush, informal, good of a person. What? This doesn't make any sense. It means heavy drinker here, says Ian. Oh my God, that's so funny. I didn't know that. Oh my gosh, that's funny. There we go. See, we're getting educated on British terminology here. British people and their words. What's your favorite British word? Hold on. I have a few, but this is interesting to me. I think my favorite British word is knickers because it's funny. But I also really like the word wench. Like that wench. I don't know where this is going. I'm sorry. I've totally derailed my own show. Cheerio. That's a good one. Cheerio, old top. What? Lush is a drunkard in Hawaii too? That's interesting. I didn't know. Ian's trying to F with me right now. Worcestershire. Worcestershire. Stunty says bloody. Bloody is funny. That bloody Ian, he's such a lush. I'm terrible. Oh my God, that's terrible. That was awful. I'm so sorry, Ian. He's gonna want a refund for all the super chats. Patrick says aluminum. You know, aluminum. I think that's a good word. That's a good word. That's not a British word. That's just a really weird word. What? Circumambulation? Circumambulation? Is that a British word? I don't know. I know pissed means drunk because we said that in Canada as well. Like, I'm pissed, man. I'm pissed drunk. Like, that made sense. But the lush, I've never heard that before until right now. Aluminium. Aluminium. You know what's funny? In Farsi, we call it aluminium too. Well, if I do it in a Persian accent, it's aluminium. That's how Persians say it. Aluminium bede dige voy. I said, give me that aluminum, boy. Okay. This is getting real silly. This is getting just too silly. Okay. Yarn Witch is here. People are saying Faden. That's not British. Okay. I have the next story, and this is really interesting. Oh wait, before we do that, 200-watt studios for $5 says in 2026 we may not need passports to travel to North America. In North America is if Canada and Mexico become the 51st and 52nd states. That would be kind of funny. It's not going to happen, but that would be funny. It would be like before 9/11, actually, because before 9/11, you could travel into the country without a passport. I just showed ID. I did it. I've done that. You just showed your driver's license in Canada. I went to Seattle, and you would just go. You just show a photo ID. Isn't that weird? Wild times. Speaking of another dimension, that like you didn't need to be in another dimension. We just, I don't know. We didn't have to become states. We just had to fix our world. Then maybe we'll become like that again. Okay. This story is crazy. I have to share this. I must share this with you because it's weird and wild. Here we go. A Fisherman Hooks woman caught in riptide for a once-in-a-lifetime rescue. This is insane. This is crazy. An imperiled swimmer in South Africa recently caught a lifeline, literally, when the hook of a nearby cod fisherman snagged on her jeans. Armed with only a fishing rod and the skill imparted from untold casts into the rich coastal waters of Mossel Bay, the man was able to save the 31-year-old woman when no other help was forthcoming. Diaz Beach in Cape Town, South Africa, is one beach that is not recommended to swim in due to the strong currents that can carry swimmers out to sea, although scenic coastlines is known for its great surfing spot. People, we've gone over this. Respect the sea. It will not respect you because it will kill you. At an hour past midnight, oh my God, it was like nighttime too. At an hour past midnight last Wednesday, a cod fisherman noticed a woman in the water who seemed to be caught in a strong current that risked carrying her out to sea. Running into the shallow water, he repeatedly cast his line towards her until the large codfish hook attached to her jeans, local news reports. Fishermen angling from the shoreline witnessed the lady in the water, and a local fisherman cast his fishing rod in her direction with the fishing line attached to her Cabalujo fishing hook, said the National Sea Rescue Institute spokesman Craig Lambinen. The fisherman was able to reel her in towards the beach, where once she reached waist-deep water, a local fisherman waded into the water and helped her out the water onto the beach. As NSRI and emergency services were arriving on the scene, he continued, the local fisherman is commended for his efforts that contributed to saving the lady's life. Codfish hooks are about as long as a man's pinky finger, and it's so small, and it's no small wonder the fisherman's cast managed to find her clothes and not her skin. The fisherman has been hailed as a hero for his skill and quick thinking, local news reported. Wow. Can you imagine if this becomes like some type of love story and like they get married and like have kids and stuff like that? And it's like that'd be like their like meeting story, like that they tell their kids, like, how'd you meet mom? How'd you meet mom? Well, son, I caught her like a fish. I literally reeled her in. And like literally, if he ever tells that story to his kid, like if the kid like breaks up with his first love or something, the dad will be like, "Don't worry, son. There's plenty of fish in the sea. Your mom was one. I caught her like that. Okay, I'm terrible. I'm just terrible at this. I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna stop. Mom's a mermaid. Amazing. Russell Hall is here. He says, I guess it would be kind of funny if Trump imported the greatest amount of Mexican immigrants in history by annexing Mexico. You can keep Canada, though. That's funny. Hello, Russell. Happy New Year to you. What? She put him over his weight quota for the entire day? Oh my God. It is the Little Mermaid. It's the Little Mermaid. That's true. Was it regulation size? They have to throw it back if it's too small. That's funny. It's like we're just going to throw it back. What a catch! Robert says something smells fishy. Oh no. Oh no. That's terrible. Okay. Next story is a little it's a little touching conversation. Little statement that was made by a very wise man to new parents who just welcomed their brand new baby into the world. And the dude that gives the speech is the guy that delivered the baby. And I thought what he said was really beautiful, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So we talked about loss a little bit earlier, and how a lot of people go through loss, but some people go through life. They welcome life to the earth because that is the cycle after all. So this is a very beautiful message to brand new parents by this lovely, good human right here. Here we go. We're going to listen to this.
And I want to introduce you to yourself. Look how handsome you are. So today is your birthday, December 8th, the year of our Lord 2024. And you're born at 4:24 a.m., weighing 8 pounds even. I want you to look at these beautiful people here. That's your mother and that's your father.
Aww.
They're the foundation to your whole life. But you need to know that your mother sacrificed so much to have you. I want you to know that she felt every bit of her pain, and she endured through her fears and overcame them, and she worked like a champion to push you up. It is what I call a beautiful birth. So on days like this, we celebrate by singing happy birthday. You ready? Mm-hmm. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Giannis. Happy birthday to you. So the last thing I'm going to leave you with is your purpose in the world. Number one, I know you're going to get great love by your siblings, by your mother and your father. But at the same time, I need you to know that you're that link in an unbroken chain that goes all the way back to your forefathers, and all the way into the foremothers, and all the way into the future as far as our imagination can take us. So you are very special. And now that you're here, the world will never, ever be the same. Happy birthday.
Oh, it's true. The world is never going to be the same with him in it. It's just like in It's a Wonderful Life, because every life brings its own meaning and everybody has their own purpose. And when you're not around, things are different, So I really like that message. What a beautiful message he gave to new parents. What a wonderful doctor. I mean, they're really hard to find. People with great bedside manner and people who are just actually care about their job and love what they do. They're really rare. So I wanted to highlight that. Very sweet message. Speaking of rare, good teachers are also kind of rare. And I like it when they do funny things like this. It says teachers when the last bell rings. A funny video capturing teachers sprinting out has captured the internet. So we're just gonna watch it. Here it is. It's funny. I liked it. That's funny. I like that because I used to be a teacher, so I know exactly what these teachers are feeling. It's over. Yes. Thank God. I know. That is the one thing that is missing from this video is the Naruto music. That missed opportunity on that. Oh my God, Ian. That's unions for you. Oh no. It needed the Naruto music. That's a missed opportunity for reals. For reals. I like fun teachers. It's good to make fun of yourself. It's good. You know what's funny is like they're doing the Naruto run, but I wonder how many of them actually knew that they were doing the Naruto run. They were like, let's just do what the kids do where they run like this and it looks weird. Like they probably don't know what it's actually from, you know, because they're old and they don't care about anime. I mean, I would be surprised if actually like most of them knew like what the reference was from because they probably just seen kids do it and they're like, that kind of looks funny. Let's just do that. But you know how old people are. Old people like me. I'm old now. It's terrible. Okay. We got a couple more stories to go through. Steelix says old. I'm 44. But thank God you're older than me. I'm so sorry. That was like a terrible that was a terrible thing to say. Ram Bam's like, how old are these people? God. Like rolling his eyes. I'm so sorry, Steel Leg. Can you tell I have the birthday blues? Ian says we should all stop aging until Nina catches up. That's right. That's Can you make time stop, Ian? That would be nice. Anthony says, I'm old enough to be your grandpa. Aw, that's really cute, Anthony. I love that. My grandpa's gone. So I'm glad you're still here. I'm going to call you Grandpa Anthony from now on. I'm not going to say anything, the beast. Oh, to be young again. Oh, Anthony says he's 63. I hope you have a great golden years. Is that what the golden years is? It's when you're retired and you just have a good time. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna stop talking now. I'm just dragging everybody down at this point. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's make fun of me. I'm going to be making fun of myself now. Here we go. It says, wait, I've been doing what? People share their funniest life mistakes. Okay, so I definitely have, I've definitely done one thing on this list that I'm like, wait, what? Actually, was it one or two things? I've done, well, at least one that I will admit to. It's about the aluminum. It's about the aluminum. Zerks Morks over on Rumble saying a late Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year for $5. Thank you for the Rumble Rand, Zerksmorks. Happy New Year to you too, bud. Thank you so very much for that. Okay. All right, here we go. Have you ever had a moment where you discovered that you've been doing something completely wrong for years and suddenly felt like your whole life was a lie? Yes. You're not alone. People are sharing their funniest and most shocking realizations about everyday tasks they've been doing wrong in their entire lives. And the results are both hilarious and oddly comforting. It's true. It was definitely comforting to know that I wasn't alone and being R-worded. Here is the top responses on the post. Number 1, using a dishwasher. I just found out that I've been using my dishwasher wrong for 7 years. And honestly, I'm questioning my life choices. So picture this. I'm at a friend's house last night, casually sipping a lukewarm cider when I see them load the dishwasher, and then it hits me. They put the soap in the little compartment. For 7 years, I've been just chucking the soap tablet straight into the bottom of the dishwasher like some feral raccoon who accidentally found modern appliances. Why isn't my dishwasher working well? I think as I scrape the dried pasta off the plates. Anyway, now my dishes are sparkling, my confidence is shaken, and I'm pretty sure my dishwasher has been side-eyeing me this whole time. That's funny. Oh, that's great. That's great. 2, mattress protector. I got an old stained mattress removed by the company I bought it from after buying a big fancy new one from them after just a few pandemic years. And as they took it out to the truck, they unzipped and removed the full mattress top protector that had been on the top of the whole been on the top the whole time, leaving a gleaming fresh untouched mattress underneath. And I just turned around and went inside and shut the door because now I had a huge, heavy new bed to make with a mattress I didn't need on it. Oh no, that's terrible. That's awful. I knew about the mattress protectors. That sucks. Like you would think, like I mean, mattresses are expensive. That is an expensive lesson to learn. That is a very, very expensive lesson to learn. Dishwasher plastic thing. I overheard a conversation at work. Someone was talking about how their sister found a strange plastic thing inside their dishwasher and just threw it away. For years afterwards, she didn't understand why her dishwasher was working so poorly. The thing she threw away was the spinny arm thing that sprays the water. So remember, no matter how dumb you feel, there's always someone dumber. I think that's my favorite quote in this. No matter how dumb you feel, people, there's always somebody dumber than you. This is true. This is absolutely true. So freaking funny. I love it. Justin Martins for 10 says, Merry Christmas, Nina. What happened to the Santa baby outfit? Kind of bummed now. It's still Christmas week, you know. Oh, well, I'm so sorry to bum you out, but that is a one time a year kind of outfit to keep it that, you know, extra special for that one time of year. And I usually wear it right before Christmas or on Christmas Day. So usually it's actually become a tradition now to wear it for the Christmas week show because I've done it several years now. So you just happen to, you know, well, at least you caught the show. So you're going to have to wait till next year for it to come back. But thanks for the $10 and I hope you have a happy new year. Okay, we're going to keep going with these because they're great. Fabric softener. I dated a guy, a science teacher, who thought all you needed to wash your clothes was the fabric softener. I'd like to think I helped him suddenly seem much cleaner. You know, I think that a lot of dudes make that mistake. I think a lot of dudes, like, they don't pay attention to, like, what they're buying at the store, and then they'll just come home with fabric softener and be like, "Well, I mean, it's liquid and it's in the, like, just the laundry section. I guess that's it, you know? I'm just gonna, you know." And then they wash their clothes and it smells good, so they're like, "Well, I mean, it smells good. Isn't that the point?" I could see why people would make that mistake. Dishwasher pods, another one. Roughly 4 years ago, my wife was living with her brother to help cover rent after his ex-girlfriend moved out. One day, she asked if she could get more of the same brand of dish packs. He says, "Not sure. They clean well, but they're so hard to peel open." What? You're not supposed to open them? He was peeling open the pack and sprinkling the contents into the dishwasher for months. Oh my God. He thought it was like Tide, like the way, like, you know, loose Tide, but he thought like they're like individual packs of Tide that you have to. My God, do these people not read instructions? I think a lot of this could have been avoided if people read instructions. Jeez. My goodness. Lint rollers. I used to think a lint roller was one-time use thing. I had no idea you could pull off the tape for a fresh roll underneath. Oh my gosh, this is like consumer culture. Like, how you think they're gonna sell a giant thing like that with only one roll? Like one little, like, that's it. Especially like pet owners. My God. Suntans. Okay, this one's probably the dumbest one. I knew a girl that thought you got a tan from the heat of the sun and not the sun rays. So one day during our cold winter, I see her in a bikini by the fireplace. Tells me she's trying to keep her tan up. She must have been trolling. There's nobody that dumb. Like, there's no way. Is it like there's no way somebody's my God, Grim. I can't highlight that, but that's funny. Oh my God, that's awful. Fuel pumps. I have a mate that spent 5+ years holding the trigger on the gas pump the entire time he was pumping. When I showed him the lock and explained that it will shut off when the car is full, his facial expression was priceless. Like a man who had just found an entire world inside his own house. Okay, this one is fair to say that some countries don't have that. It's not a universal thing, I don't think so. I mean, I know they don't really do that in the States and Canada anymore. They used to, but they don't really do that anymore. So I can see why people would not know about that. Unlike the number 7 one with the suntans. I mean, come on. That's terrible. Ian So Forth for 15 says, "We're laughing, but these people are literally the reason we have do not eat warnings on silicone gel packets." I know. That's terrible. These are the people that ate Tide Pods. These are the Tide Pod eating people. It's true. It's true. Look, I know it's a funny way to make fun of to make light of things by thinking there's dumber people than you, but it's true. This is true. This super chat is very true. I'm still gonna laugh at him. And I've done the last thing on this. I didn't know about that. Number 9, microwave ovens. My friend's girlfriend used to preheat the microwave like you would an oven. Okay, that's dumb. That's dumb. That's crazy. That's crazy dumb. Aluminum foil. This is the one that I have done. I have a confession. I was at my sister's house a while back, and while we're talking, she's getting ready to put some biscuits. This is so British. In the oven. So she grabs a brand new box of aluminum foil out of the pantry and pushes her thumb into both sides of the aluminum box. I asked her why she poked holes in the box, and she looks at me weird and tells me, it's the aluminum roll stays in place when you're grabbing a sheet. I have never fighted. I've been fighting with my aluminum foil for all my adult life, and never knew that there was tabs on the side that you punch in to lock the roll in place. This is the one that I did not know about. Admittedly, I actually learned this through that. So I went and looked at my aluminum thing in the drawer, and I was like, wait a minute, there is holes on the side. And I punched it in, and then I grabbed some, and it like came out. It just rolled properly. The struggle was over. And I was like, I cannot believe it. Like, I've been alive for 30 years. Well, 30-ish years. 30 plus years. And I didn't know this until now. And that is why this list was funny to me, because I had done that. I have not done the Tide Pod thing. I can tell you that. Also, we don't even have a dishwasher here, because dishwashers would get destroyed here. Look at this. Mike Twain says, I didn't know that. See, I'm not the only one. It's really difficult to know things like that. Yarnwich says, that's a fair one not to know. I had to discover it on my own as a kid. My whole family never did that and knew about it. Wow. So you were like the smart kid. Well, I have no comment to that. You're so smart, Yarnwich. I am not. You know what, Grumpy? It's the little things in life. I tell you, it's the little things. You know what? Shadow Warchild brings up a great point. To be fair, not all boxes are like that. The cheap bargain brands. That's right. That is true too. They're not all like that. That is true. It's a good one. Nomad says, I just turned the box top away enough, almost 180 degrees, and pulls down. Works fine for me. Well, there you go. You just learned a hack. Radio Blobfish, thank you for the $5. Says, hey Nina, it's Gabe. Long time no see. I'm getting ready to work, but wanted to say hey, and I just turned 32 on the 23rd. Have a fantastic night. Oh, hey Gabe, what's up? I hope you have a happy new year. And that's so cool. It's 30 to 23. You like the numbers are swapped. That's cool. Is there a word for that? I don't know if there's a word for that when you're like, is it called like your it's not a Ruby birthday. What is it called when that happens? I think there's a name for that. Help me out, chat. What is that called? Pretty sure that there's a name for that. But happy birthday, Gabe. Happy birthday. I hope all things good for you in 2025. Should be an interesting year. Thank you for the super chat. Very cool. Very cool message. Okay. Last little fun thing we're going to share. Ian says there's no word for it. Stop being insane. There's a word for it. There's a word for it. DL, thank you for the $1.99. Says, everybody, Nina's birthday is January 28th. Why you gonna announce it, DL? Why you gonna announce it? This is true. My birthday is January 28th. That's so weird that you remember that. Thank you. What day is it? Let's see. January 28th falls on a Tuesday. My birthday is going to be on a Tuesday next year. And by next year, I mean 2025. Gabe says for $2, I will DM you later. Your hair looks amazing. Aw, thank you. That is really sweet. Okay. Thank you. Oh, TZ. You're the best. Happy 29th, Nina. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate you. Okay, let's watch this little video, which made me laugh, to close out the show with a smile or a laugh or something nice. It says, when you're crushing it at a play, but spot your sister using your coloring book. This is that video, Sisterly Love. Here we go. Oh, what? It took me to Instagram. Hang on. I have to. Justin Martin says, happy birthday, Nina. Oh my God. It's not yet. It's in a month. It's a month from tomorrow. But thank you. Thank you, Justin. Happy early birthday. Okay. Here we go. She's very unhappy. She's like, what are you doing? My stuff? Control this girl. That's mine. Oh my God, this is so funny. Why? It's so angry. That's not gonna be a happy house. There you go. She's so angry. She's like, this is sisterly love right here. Like, she's like, I'm going to put your tiara in the toilet. Oh yeah, you know it's happening. She's like, Mama, control her. What are you doing? Why are you angry? What is happening? Why? Oh boy. That I don't think it's going to be a very happy New Year at that house. This is the Dawn's daughter for real, right? She's like, like, dude, I'm watching The Sopranos right now. She's like Tony Soprano's daughter. She's like, what you do to my stuff? Mama, control your woman. Control your daughter. What is happening right now? Teresa, what's up? Merry Christmas. Late Christmas. Happy New Year to you, Teresa. Merry Christmas. Can we still say Merry Christmas? It's only a couple days after. Hello and all. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Man, children are a joy. Thank you, Pulsar Echo, for the 5. Says, for infinite hope to keep bringing light, laughter, and inspiration worldwide every Friday. Happy New Year, everyone. Oh, thank you, Pulsar Echo. That is so sweet. I hope you guys are all subscribed to my new channel for the show. I will be releasing the daily doses of good news on there moving forward. So make sure Pulsar Echo and everybody, you guys are subscribed to the new show or the new channel for this show, which is in the pinned comment as well as the description. So make sure you go and subscribe to that. And let's keep the good times rolling. Hopefully we'll get that to a good place in 2025. Thank you, Pulsar Echo, for your continued support. And I will do this show as long as I possibly can. DL for $1.99 says that's okay. Natalie's from Force of Light Entertainment is January 24th. Oh, yay! We're Aquarius twins. Well, kind of twins, but very similar. So, yay! I love that. And I love that you remember that. Such a weird thing to remember. I don't know anybody's birthday. I barely remember my husband's birthday because I'm bad at dates and names. But I do know my husband's birthday. I just have to really remind myself when the time comes around. I'm like, okay, this is the birthday. This is the birthday. Robert Lowry is sharing. Mine's the 22nd of December. Happy birthday. Happy late birthday. Ian So Forth says, I forgot my own birthday 2 years. Were you lush? Is it because you're lush? You're such a lush because you forget your own birthday 2 years ago. I learned a new word, people. I'm using the word you taught me. Don't you love me for that? Okay. Let's close. Oh, January. Oh, yay. You're a January baby like me. That's amazing. Are you an Aquarius too? Yay, Aquariuses. Thank you for using it. Thank you for teaching me it. All right. That is the show. That's all the content I have for you. I mean, I could stay here and talk to you guys all day, but I'm going to let you go to enjoy your weekends and all of the good things that is going to be happening for you this weekend. So thank you again for watching the show. As always, you are all so welcome here and such a good sight to see in the chat every Friday. I hope that you guys had a wonderful show today, and I wish you all good things. I don't know if I'll see you before the New Year's out because the New Year's is on Tuesday. I'm not sure if I'll get to see you, but if I don't, I love you guys and Happy New Year. And I wish you guys all the best. And even if you're going through a hard time, hang in there. You're not alone. And I'll be back next week to share some more good news with you. And I guess until that time, you guys hang in there, practice empathy, practice kindness, all that good stuff. And we'll see each other again very soon. Okay? Bye, everybody. Bye. Bye. Bye.
I know you are mine, come rain or come shine. Give me some good news. Give me some good news today. I don't want to waste no more of our precious time. Give me some good news. Give me some good news today.